Hi, everybody. Welcome back again. I'm live once again. I'm coming at you with the 7 witchy tags. Um, I'm not too sure who started this, but I got tagged by Noah Tempestari last night in one of the live chats. So let's hurry up and get started because it's almost 3 o'clock and my kiddos will be home soon. So, number one is when times get tough, do you fight or take flight? What the hell do you think? Look at me. I could tell you some shit that'd make you bawl your fucking eyeballs out. So, of course, I'm a fighter, and I'm pretty sure you can tell with my tone. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm a lover, but I will fight for what the fuck I love. Try me. Number two. Is there a certain color you connect with? Blue. I love blue. This is my favorite color. There's a glare in my eyeballs. Okay. Number three, what is your sun, moon, and rising? My sun is Capricorn because I was born on January 10th. My moon is Aquarius. My rising sign is Virgo. Um, Something you could change if you could. Um, Really personally, I wished I could have been a better mom to all my kids. And when I say that, I'm going to try not to get emotional because I've got makeup on, as you can tell today. But I stayed in some really shitty relationships. Really shitty relationships. Oh shit. Sorry, Karina. Um, just so I was afraid. Uh, it was a really tough situations. I'm not gonna go too far into it because, like I said, I would be a ball and mess. But I stayed in two really shitty relationships that I never should have, and not realizing I really wasn't doing what was best for my kids. Um, they seen shit they shouldn't have never seen, uh, and it gave them a poor perception of women. And I'm gonna say use this video to tell you that if you're in a bad relationship and you're staying because you're afraid you can't make it, there are people out there who are willing to help you get on your feet, get your children out of that type of relationship, get your children out of that type of situation. Because you may not realize it, but you're setting the precedent of how your boys will treat women, how your girls will allow a man to treat her. You, you have the power to stop that. Break that fucking cycle. Get out. And I know it sounds easier said than done. It takes multiple times of believing to finally do it. But I'm telling you, it'll be the best thing that you've ever done. Because, true, I have only recently found out who my goddess was, but I think I knew for a long, well, I didn't really know for a long time, but I think she's been with me for a long time. I also feel that even Hecate and Morgan stepped forth quite a few times because I didn't hear her. There were quite a few times that I'd let myself wallow a little too much, especially after the last uh, divorce I had because I've been married twice. And I think Hecate was telling me to protect my kids. And the Morgan stepped forth and said, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you allowing this shit? You're a fighter. You're a warrior. You're a survivor. You'll go on. You deserve better." And finally, I listened. Now I'm with a wonderful man. He allows me to be who I really am meant to be. I don't have to fake. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to be somebody I'm not. So if you want to know what I would change if I could, that those two horrible relationships. I would not take my kids away for no amount of money in the world. I do not regret them. They are here for a purpose. Every child is born for a purpose. But I do regret not leaving, both of them sooner and truly following my path. Because I would have done it then. So, if you're in a bad relationship, please get out. Get help. There are people out there willing to help. Number 5. Are you passing down your knowledge? If so, in which way? I'm showing my boys a little bit here and there how to do tarot. And trying to show them that there's nothing to be afraid of in paganism. It's okay. But I also don't restrict. If they want to go to church, they can go to church. I'm letting them choose their own religious and or spiritual path. So, ancestors connections. Who's coming through? I think my grandma comes through in a lot of ways. Because I often find dimes on the floor. Um, and she was a very strong lady too. So I feel, encouraged by her. Um, so I think she's coming through. But I also believe ancestors from the past, like, I'm going to say, like, Little House on the Prairie days, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, during Western time, the Wild West or whatever. I had a dream, which I had talked to somebody, like, in group or in like a group chat or something. But I had this dream. And I think it was like a past life dream. And uh, I had a sister, which I don't have a sister. I only have, two brothers. One that's alive and one that was stillborn. So I know it wasn't my sibling now, but I just had this feeling it was like sister connection because that's what I kept hearing, inside my mind. My sister. We're in a farmhouse in the middle of Podunk, Egypt. She's got beautiful long hair, really, for that time, fashionable type clothing, with like the high neck and a white shirt and like a striped skirt, but kind of like Prairie Girl, but real, like they kind of had money, but not like filthy rich. So she's like telling me, they're coming, you have to go now. And we're both crying, and she's crying, and I'm like, I love you, I'll miss you. And when I woke up from that dream, I was bawling my eyeballs out. So some type of ancestor connection was trying to come through. Do Do you feel magic? Do you prefer magic with others or solo? I prefer solo, just because I've heard, and I know you shouldn't always like follow the crowd, but I've heard from other people say how people could really bump heads in group type situations. I mean, it might work out for other people. I don't know, but um, it's just not for me. I might some at some other time if I ever meet somebody with like mine, individual, you know. I'm sorry, Karina. I didn't realize that you were doing yours at the same time. I had left and didn't realize, and I thought, oh my God, it's almost time for my kids to come home. I really need to hurry up and get this done. So I'm so sorry for stepping on your toes, sweetheart. That was not intentional. Um, but yeah, I have never done anything in a group situation because I'm still a newbie. Oh God, I'm melting like a fucking popsicle on the 4th of July. Uh, do you feel there's only one type of meditation? I've only done one type of meditation, and that's guided meditation. But I'm sure there's probably like other things you can do. You could use water to meditate. You could use air, like wind, being in a hammock on a windy day. That could probably be meditation. You could probably look into the fire, like a bonfire, or a fireplace, and watch the fire going, and that's my meditation. Um, so that probably could be a different type of medication. I don't know. Number 9. What's your favorite flower? Why? I I have so many favorites. Really, you're gonna do this to me? I have two, and I can't just name one, but I have two flowers in particular I absolutely love. Three. I have three. So I'm just going to go ahead and name them. Lilac. It reminds me of my granny. Um, Number 2. I love how you guys are talking in group. That's so sweet. Number 2. Would be lavender. I've been drawn to the scent of lavender for forever, and I don't know. My boyfriend said he thinks it fucking stinks like a funeral home. Sorry, honey, but I like the smell of lavender. And roses is another one. Roses are probably one of my favorites. I love roses. So, oh my god. Um, have you tried a Have you tried a new form of divination this year? No, I haven't. I just do tarot. I don't do anything else. I won't touch the Ouija board just because it scares the shit out of me. And I've heard of friends and their crazy ass experiences. And I've seen shit. My brother bought a Ouija board when I was a kid. Like, he's 2.5 years older than me. Bought a Ouija board. That crazy ass nut used it in the house without doing the opening and closing of circles and shit. Just doing it. Now, mind you, I love my brother. He is like kind of mentally handicapped. And that's not trying to be rude. That's being serious because my brother, not to be too personal, but he's in a mental institution. That's how far gone he's gotten. But he'll be there for the rest of his life. But anyway, so he brought a Ouija board into our house, and him and my stepdad tried to get rid of it when I was just like 14, 13, something like that. They tried to burn the motherfucker, and it came back. So I guess my stepdad took and buried it, and after that we didn't see it again. So maybe it's still there. I don't know. But that was a long ass time ago. Do you come from a witchy family? Do you feel that the bloodline is important? Does it matter? Really, it's right here in your freaking heart that what matters. If you think you're a witch, you're a witch. You know, you don't have to have all these fancy bits and baubles to be a witch. You know, it's more like a want. You can use anything and everything from nature, and it's the intention. How you feel is what makes you a witch. That's really how I feel, but I'm pretty sure there's kind of witch in my bloodline, just for the simple fact. Uh, I've said before, my mom's adoptive, but we do know the name of the biological family that she came from, and their last name is Stoker, Stoker. And her niece was telling me a year or so ago, my mom's biological niece, I was able to contact her, and she told me a little bit about the family, and then uh, I haven't heard from her since. But she said that we are some kind of relation to Bram Stoker, but I'm not sure what or how. But we are Scottish and Irish. So, and then on my dad's side of the family, there's English, Irish, English, Irish, and Blackfoot Indian. So that's what's on my dad's side. My dad's um, dad was Irish and Indian, so that's where the Irish and Indian come from there. And then his mom, um, excuse me, she's Irish because her family, their last name, there's two last names. Her mom's maiden name was Landis, and her, I think it was her uh, father's last name, her maiden name. My dad's mom's maiden name, so it'd be my grandma's maiden name, was Agnew, and they're Irish. So we've got a lot of Irish blood there. So, and then if you look at my dad's side of the family, since their last name is Bartlett, they do come back from, not, I'm not gonna say Salem, Plymouth Rock. He was like either the first or second to sign the Declaration of Independence, and he is a great, 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 great grandfather, and that's Josiah Bartlett. So I'm pretty sure there's probably a witch in there somewhere in that general vicinity. So I think they come from all cultures. I mean, Indians had what they called shamans, and I believe that even Indians are a lot like pagan. They love the earth. They want to nurture and take care of the earth, so on and so forth. But that's another topic. So, on to the next. What's your favorite way to connect to the elements? The wind. I like to go to the neighborhood, well, not neighborhood, but the local state park and put my feet in like a running stream. And I always feel so revitalized, regenerized, energized. I feel so clean and clear and cleansed after having my feet in that rushing stream, and it's cool and crisp feeling. It's just, out of this world feeling. And I like bonfires, so I guess that's, another good way to connect to the elements is like a bonfire through fire. So you got, and then walking around barefoot. I do that all the time. So there's that. Tea or coffee? Sure, Karina can answer that one for you. Coffee. Coffee during the day, and sometimes in the wintertime, I'll take tea at night. Number 13. Oh, I already answered that one. Um, Number 14 lists 3 favorite YouTube channels. Do I really have to? Because there are too many. I have like a shit ton of favorite, but I really just can't list just three favorites. I'd be here for way too long. What is your favorite witchy book? I would have to say my favorite witchy book was my book by Lori Cabot, which is Spells and Enchantments. And the next one would probably be the Oils, Incense, and Brews by Scott Cunningham. Um, an herb you haven't worked with yet. I would really like to work with. I would really like to work with dandelion root because there's like a lot of stuff that you could do that with that, and I have plenty of it out in my yard, and that's one of the things I plan on doing soon. Again, number 17. Wow, we've already made it to the 17th. Well, what are my goals for next year? Um, I'm hoping that I know and am way more comfortable in my craft. I hope that I can form a lot of good, solid friendships out there, and really connect with everybody. Um, and I hope that I am even more confident in my reading skills as a tarot reader, because that's my I guess you could call me a tarot witch too. I was talking to somebody else saying I think I'm a green witch, and um, and that's just because of the herbal thing. But anyway, so I'm cutting this off because it is now 2:12 my time, and I've got a couple things I need to get done before Babe and my boys walk in because we've got a busy evening this evening. So I wanted to hurry up and get this done. And I'm so sorry for cutting yours off, Karina. I love you to death, sweetheart. Hi, Simplistic Witch. Green Wiccan Head Witch. Yes, you are, sweetheart. Hi. Oh, hey, Olive. Olive's in here. Hi, Olive. Hi, Aqua. Hi, Johnny Dragon. I'm not sure who else is in the chat. Um, I do believe you're right. Everyone has been crossed with a witch at some point. I don't necessarily think it's a bloodline thing. Yeah, you're right. But like I said, I think it's mainly your intention and how you feel inside. That's what truly makes you a witch, really. It's your intent and how you feel, you know. But so I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm really glad that you all came to see me. And again, I'm very sorry, Karina, and next time I will make sure to check before I go live. That way you're not live at the same time, because I like watching what you're doing. What it was is I like, oh my God, it's almost 3 o'clock. My kids will be home soon. I've really got to get that video done. So I was trying to hurry up and get it done. But thank you all for stopping by. And I'm so glad I finally figured out this live thing. I just wish that I could, pick somebody to moderate the chat. But, I'm looking on here and it doesn't show me jack diddly squat, because I wanted to see. It doesn't do anything. It won't let me make anybody moderators. So if I ever figure that out, I'll let you know. But I love you all, and I'm so glad. Yes, you can show me, Karina. I'm so glad that you all came with me, and I'm glad that we figured this whole let's go live thing out. So I might be having more live conversations. Um, so, anyways, I hope you all have a beautifully blessed Thursday evening. And until next time, oh, look, my stack of laundry. Until next time, squirrel, many blessings. Love you. Bye.